It's working.
Yeah, it's working right now. Let's play a little music and then type in the chat.
I was drinking out of that.
He was drinking out of Enough? Yeah. Okay, so if everybody who's on can just mute out, so I can mute you out if you don't know how to do it. I see Ashley's muted out. Coach Lieutenant Jimmy Mawson's muted out. Okay, let me do Fernand. Let's mute Fernand and Francis. Now, who am I hearing? Oh, still Fernand. Okay, that's good. Everybody's muted now. So what I'm going to do, just to begin with, just to get everybody in the mood for share time, Why don't you? Because it's like we've got a whole UN meeting going on here. It's like a United Nations meeting. We've got people in France, people in Chicago, people in Florida, people in the UK. So why don't you all one by one, let's start with Ashley and just go down the road. Tell us exactly where you're from and any random interesting fact about yourself. Who knows? Keep it clean though. Keep it clean.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Cool. I'm Ashley. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's a little bit outside of Nashville, Tennessee, if everybody ever been there. And one interesting thing about me is I'm on fall break and I've been taking naps often today.
Yes, thumbs up to that.
Okay, cool. So, Jimmy, Coach, Lieutenant, Drill Sergeant Jimmy Mawson, the 5th of the UK, heir to the throne. Come on down.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Jimmy here from London, UK. Something interesting about me. My mum is from Sri Lanka.
Really? That
Yeah.
Now that is interesting. Wow, because I didn't know that whatsoever. Okay,
Yeah.
I asked for interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but cool.
Yeah.
I did not know your mum was from Sri Lanka. Where's your dad from then?
From Grenada, which is not far from where you guys are, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. So there must be an interesting story behind how they got to the UK, which I want to know more about that actually. But that's a cool fact.
Another time.
Oh, okay, Tiffany, come on down.
Hey guys, I'm Tiffany. I'm from sunny South Florida, and one interesting fact about me is I worked all day on my day off and then came on this hangout.
Another interesting fact about Tiffany is she is actually Starbucks' #1 customer. She's actually responsible for 75% of Starbucks profits in the state of Florida. So without her, Starbucks would close down.
That I am. Yes, that I am. Twice a day.
And I've noticed the size of the cup as well. That's not a small cup either.
Yeah. People think I was on drugs if I drank that much caffeine.
What do you mean if you drank that much caffeine?
I have like this much, and I'm like.
Oh dear. Okay, Fernand. I normally call Fernand like the Don. He just reminds me of like some Godfather out of a mafia movie. He's got that sort of look about him. So, okay, Fernand, what's your name, #3? Come on down.
Is he there? I don't see his face.
I think he is there. Okay, maybe I need to unmute him. I think maybe I can unmute him. If not, we're going to move on to...
Disappeared.
Yeah, it looks like he disappeared again. Okay, let's see if Francis is around.
They'll have to unmute themselves, it looks like.
Francis, are you there? If so, can you unmute yourself? What you got to do is click the unmute button at the top of the screen in the middle. Oh, there we go. Francis has done it. Hey, Francis, how's it going?
It's pretty good.
Awesome. Right now, I'm just seeing a white wall. Can you angle your camera down so we can see your face?
I can't do that. So you're saying
all right.
Children's art.
Okay, cool. So tell us something interesting about you, Francis.
Well, I wish there was something interesting, but I'm from Fairfax, Virginia, which is outside of Washington, D.C. I worked in computers for 40 years. I'm retired. I have 2 children and 2 grandchildren, and those are probably the most important things to me. And
cool.
I'm doing this because, I'd like to try something different, but I'm not quite as smart as I used to be, so we'll see.
That was kind of hard to pick up. I made out little bits. I think I heard Washington D.C. I heard you like to try new things. I didn't get.
And she has some grandchildren.
Oh, she's got grandchildren. But I got enough to learn a little bit more about you, which is cool. So it's all about trying new things. Everything that's exciting happens outside of your comfort zone. So you got to try new things at the end of the day. So.
And you've been kicking butt. You've been moving super fast through that high-ticket boot camp. So we're excited for you.
Yeah, we've definitely noticed that you're knocking stuff out, and just got to stay on track with it. Stay plugged in. As I keep saying on my show, it's not about getting rich quick. It's about getting wealthy forever. You just got to take a step forward every single day. So let's move on to Jez then. Jez, are you there?
Right. Hi.
Hey, Jez, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So, geeky grandfather of 3 from the UK, but now living in France. My wife's French, so there we go. That explains that.
So, Jez, I want to know, how did you end up in France?
Well, my wife's French. We spent 19 years in the UK together, and then we moved over to France like year 2000.
Right. Cool.
And been here ever since. So I guess what I'm what you call an expat.
Yeah, I'm getting that way myself. So getting that way, as long as you didn't pledge allegiance to the French flag or anything like that yet, did you?
No, do that kind of thing. I mean, you don't even need you used to have a what do they call it, a carte de séjour, meaning
Right.
an okay to stay, and you don't even do that anymore. So.
Right. Cool.
But British through and through. There you go.
Well, France is a cool country. Spent a little bit of time there on a fishing tour. Extremely hot. When I was in France, I believe it was August. It was the hottest week of the year. I was in central France. What are my memories of France? Big fish, very cheap, strong local wine. That's my memories of France, pretty much. Good cheese.
Pretty good. Oh yeah.
Good bread. Yeah, so
that.
cheese, bread, and wine. Angie's just said, "Oh, my
Oh,
three
totally,
favorite things." So, all right then. So let's see if we can. Is Fernand there? Fernand, are you there?
Oh, he disappeared.
Yeah, I think he definitely disappeared. Okay, so Angie, I'm gonna shut up and let you do whatever it is you're wanting to do now. So
You guys have no idea how excited I am right now because our internet is working like lightning speed. So we're back to video. I've been doing videos. He's crossing his fingers, but so far so good. And so as you can see, it looks like the Hangouts are working pretty smoothly. So we should be able to get back to doing these pretty regularly. But what we wanted to do with you guys tonight is just give you some updates on what we're doing with the system, because we're constantly working in the background, enhancing things for you guys to make it just so much more smooth from when people come in the door through all the way through the upgrade process, and to help you guys continue getting more sales. We also want to go over all of your guys' goals on the panel, because you guys have been with us really for the longest and have been the most committed, those of you that are on the panel here. We also want to go over some community updates and just sort of a little bit of a 90-day game plan and talk about video marketing as well. So if you want to kick it off with some of the updates that we've been doing on the inside and with the sales funnel.
Okay, yeah, cool. I'll just say a quick hate. In fact, let's just go back, because Rita just got on, and you can't ignore a lady with that smile, can you? Rita, we're just playing a little game. You know what I'm like. I just want you to tell us one interesting fact about yourself that we may not know. But I've told everybody else to keep it clean. I don't need to tell you that. I know you won't take it there. So
Okay.
I feel like mother's in the house now.
Oh boy. You know, I've had that title for a long time, way before I even became a mother. Interesting fact. So, do you know that, well, you don't know, I had the opportunity to become an FBI agent.
Oh, wow.
I was actually accepted into the FBI Academy, and about a month or so after that, I learned that I was pregnant with my daughter. So, I had to go back and decline the offer, and I didn't get to go to Quantico.
That's
Wow.
do you know something? I didn't think anybody was going to top Jimmy's fact about his mum was from Sri Lanka, but you know, I think you just topped everything. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting you to say you once knitted the longest scarf in the world or something. Just kind of shocked me. So Rita,
Yep.
you make sure you all are aware now that we have an FBI kind of person in the house. So okay, that was a really cool fact. So why didn't they call you for the Men in Black role? Obviously the film's Men in Black, but they could have done a Woman in Black, right? Will Smith took your part by the sounds of it, right? Okay, Andrew, back to me,
Yes,
to you?
you're good on system updates.
Okay, you want me to do some system updates? Okay, guys, as you all know, like, the virtual profit system, it's been going well over a year now, And I'm going to be honest with you. This is actually for us being those of you being connected with us in business opportunities in the past. Know that for us this has been super slow growth. Usually we go into something and we just explode it. But we got to a point after the last MLM we were in where we really decided that we don't think MLM's bad, but as we get into this Hangout, we're going to kind of dive into some truthful realities of MLM and just the niche that we're in. And we very much wanted to move away from hype, building a million businesses at once, and we wanted as business a six-figure business that would stand the test of time, and we wanted to show other people how to do that too. That's where we're at today. And as you know, we started off with the Legacy Lifestyle Academy, and it evolved into the Virtual Profit System, and then obviously we got Explore Resorts International, which is a travel club, which to be honest, out of everything, that's what excites us the most. That's just, I love digital training. I never thought I would say this, and I can't really believe I'm saying it, but I actually like the fact that we have a real product too, a physical product that people can go out there.
I know Rita's excited about
and
that.
use. Yeah, you guys should be excited about that. It's the travel club is absolutely phenomenal, and when you start getting those high ticket sales, it's seriously life-changing. Anyways, what we've been missing up until this point is a complete funnel that links all of the different things we've got going on together. So what I've been doing in the background is I've been working on a funnel. It's not quite finished yet, but inside the funnel, it's going to basically link the Virtual Profit System, the high-ticket travel club, and all the other things in between together. So what that means is when you send traffic to the funnel, this is how it's going to work. They're going to get offered a free giveaway. So you're going to be able to give them a free giveaway, and after that, they're immediately going to get to see a presentation of the Virtual Profit System. Then there's going to be upsells and downsells. Now, I'm not going to go into all the downsells, but basically the upsell to the Virtual Profit System right now is, did everybody notice, maybe you can just type in the chat, but did you notice the email marketing bootcamp? Is everybody aware that we have an email marketing bootcamp product?
Yes.
You can either just nod or type in the chat, or you just let us know. Okay, so that is going to be an upsell to the Virtual Profit System. Obviously, our front-end product is all about driving traffic, getting leads, and turning leads into customers and building your list. So it makes sense for us to have an upsell that talks about how to become good at email marketing. So that upsell is going to be available inside of the system. It's $97 one time. Now, we've made it so in our system, because I've been in businesses in the past, and to be honest, I don't even feel this is ethical, but we've purposely made it in our system that you must own a product if you want to get paid on it. From my point of view, I've come across too many people in business opportunities that want to sell you training that they've never even gone through or implemented themselves. And I'm not a fan of doing business that way. I know offline, you don't necessarily have to own a Ferrari to be a Ferrari dealer, but we're not an offline business. We're in an online business, and I personally don't feel that people should be promoting an email marketing bootcamp that they've never even gone through or implemented. How can you say, yeah, this is really good stuff, if you've never been through it yourself? So it's a one-time $97. Now, when somebody comes into the funnel and purchases that and you own it, you're going to get paid 50%. So once their Virtual Profit System membership goes live, you're going to make 50% on a $97 one-time membership, but you're then going to get the opportunity to make a further 50% on a one-time $97 email marketing bootcamp. So right at the front end there, you have a chance of making an additional $50 for something that's extremely congruent. Once they've brought the email marketing bootcamp, they're then going to be automatically directed to take a look at Explore Resorts International. So this is all going to be linked together and inside of one funnel. Now, do you want me to talk about the changes in the back office, or do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I can. You can add to it. I'll just briefly.
Okay, yeah, you go. I'm going to shut up for a minute.
So one thing that we started doing was getting feedback from all the new people that have been coming in. A lot of you guys have been with us for a while, so you know typically how we roll through the system. But a lot of the new people are coming in and feeling a little bit overwhelmed. They don't know quite where to start, even though we have steps. So we want to take people more through a process and guide them really through basically dreaming bigger, more about creating lifestyle, creating their dream life. So we're going to be taking them through a process of between 11 to 15 videos. And we're going to take a lot of what we already have and move it to the elite section. So it's more systematic, a very step-by-step flow to move people from, you know, mapping out their goals, their vision, and understanding how the system works, all the way through upgrading to the travel club, which is, you know, the biggest lifestyle piece.
Okay, Francis just raised a good question, and I'm going to answer that in a minute, Francis, because you just reminded me. I forgot a very important piece in the funnel. But basically, what Angie was just saying is, we're going to simplify everything on the front end. Feedback is that there's too much training in there. People are coming in and they're clicking around too much, and then they're getting distracted and looking at how can I go and make money on Fiverr, how can I go and do this. What we really want is in this system for our members is this is how you're going to get paid more money. We want people to come in and really we want to progress them through the funnel. So they come in the front end on a $1 trial, but we want to guide them as quickly and efficiently as possible to becoming high ticket members so you guys can get paid the maximum amount of commissions. But is this making sense to everybody so far? I just want to make sure this is making sense. This isn't going over everybody's head. Does anybody have any questions at this point? You know, I will answer Francis's question first if nobody else has questions. But yeah, this is making sense. Okay, so yeah, we're going to streamline everything down to 15 videos maximum. All the original stuff we started with, you know, building capture pages and all that kind of thing, a lot of that is either going to be done away with or it's going to be moved inside of Elite, because for newbies coming into the system, they don't need all that information. It's hindering people rather than helping people. And if it's hindering people, when people feel like there's too much choice, when people feel like they're confused, they don't take action. If you want people to take action, you want people to upgrade, you want people to move forward, they have to be very clear on what the path forward is. Now, to answer Francis's first question about Elite, I forgot to mention, obviously, residual income is important. Not as important as a lot of people in the industry make it when you look at the facts and the statistics, but that's probably for another day. But VPS Elite actually gives you guys an opportunity to build a residual income in our system. Now, what I should have said earlier is when they join the system, they come in VPS on a $1 trial, they then get offered the boot camp as an upgrade, and after the boot camp, they don't actually go straight to the travel club. They will be offered at Elites. So inside of Elites, they're going to pay $125 per month. We decided to go for $125 rather than $147 because everybody right now, there's nobody paying more than $125 right now. So we're going for that price point. You will get 50% residuals those payments. So just for the sake of the maths, let's call it 130 divided by 2. You're going to get 50% on a 130 payment per month. And Elite is where our advanced traffic strategies are going to be. It's going to be an Elite where we're going to be sharing how to brand yourself, how to dominate Facebook, how to dominate Bing, Yahoo, Twitter. We got all these things coming in the pipeline. So that really is how the funnel's going to be working moving forward. So
you got it. And we have a lot of people in the group that have been super excited about video, and I haven't been able to, up until now, give you guys my best video marketing training because I personally haven't been able to do it, and I want to be able to basically represent what I'm teaching you guys now. So since we are back in the flow with video, we're going to be coming back with some awesome video marketing training inside of Elite. And we're going to be kicking that off fairly soon. And I know Fernand, who unfortunately it looks like he got kicked off.
Keeps dropping
I know, I was so excited to talk to him especially about video marketing because I know he's been cranking out videos every single day on Facebook. However, he can definitely step that up quite a few notches if he has just a few more pieces that I don't believe he's doing right now.
Okay, yeah. In terms of the funnel, as long as that makes sense to everybody, I don't have anything else to say about the funnel. All I got to do now is put this all together. Yay! Lots of late nights doing that. There must be about 10 different videos at least I'm gonna have to shoot. But you know, this needs doing. Especially in the new year. I know we're a few months away, but in the new year, people really do start looking once they've paid off their credit card debt that they bought gifts for at Christmas for people they only see one time a year. You know how that goes. But once they get past all of that and they get into the end of January, people really do start looking for new stuff. So this is all getting done at a good time. Hey Ricky, say a quick hello, Ricky.
Yay, she just paid off her membership yesterday.
Yeah, Ricky just got fully invested yesterday, so congrats to Ricky. Paid it off early. She must have been playing that lottery. I don't know what she's doing, but she's she's hustling over there.
Thank you.
So, okay, Ricky. Do you want to just mute yourself out just for a minute? But yeah, guys, that's going to be the flow of the funnel. Now, as I said, Angie, I have nothing else to say about that. All I'm thinking is now that we would take some questions.
Yeah, I want to hear
like
everybody's goals, and then we do just want to leave you guys with some tips on some video marketing stuff that you can get started with now.
Yeah, so let's start in with let's just go in order.
Ashley.
Let's start in with Ashley. Ashley, do you want to share what your goals are and any problems you're facing and any questions you have? Let's talk about it.
Is she there?
Repeat the question for me. You said any goals that I have. What was the question?
We just want to hear your goals and where you're at in your business right now, anything that we could potentially help you with.
Yeah, goals and any questions you've got for us.
Okay. My goals right now is to continually build my list. I'm staying around maybe like 190 right now, so I'm trying at least to get to 500 before the end of the month. As far as like my other goals is to increase my sales with BPS and with the ERI. And the questions that I have, not necessarily. I think it's just me going back into the training and making sure that I'm covering all my bases and following the steps that you guys have already laid out. But my primary goals is to continually build my list and to be consistent with it.
Awesome.
Cool. Okay, Jimmy, let's shoot to Jimmy.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. I really want to be hitting 10,000 a month in the next 3 months, next 90 days. Like I really just, I would really want to go hard on the high ticket sales and really start to ramp that up. Increase my traffic income in terms of like building my email list, and yeah, that's the main focus really, just hitting more of those high ticket sales. So yeah, hard on that.
Oh, sorry, we were muted there. I was saying you already got one, so you know you can duplicate what you've already done. Ben is working on probably the sickest webinar we've done so far. So the webinar that we already have has been converting really, really well. But I am excited to see what this new one's going to do.
Yeah, so I was going to say the last couple of days I've just been working on a new webinar for that, with a little bit of a different twist to what we've done before. Again, until you test it, you can't say whether it's going to convert or not, but I have a good feeling about this webinar, and I'll be interested to see what happens when we hit it with some traffic. You know, the thing is with the system so far, we haven't really thrown any massive numbers at this, so sometimes, you know, it's deceiving when you go into the group and you don't see, you know, you see less than 200 people there. It's actually deceiving. We haven't really sent too much traffic to the system, but the traffic we have sent, especially since we introduced the $1 trial, you know, it's actually converted on the front end at about 2%. So we just all need to start driving more traffic at this thing, but up until this point, it's been kind of difficult because we haven't had a funnel that's been 100% linked together. So when this funnel is 100% linked together, I'm interested to see how well it converts and how many people go through the process and go in and actually buy all the upsells and just go all the way through. So definitely, Jimmy, if you want to focus on the high ticket, this new webinar is pretty slick and it should help you get some sales.
But you've been doing all the right things. I've been seeing your Facebook marketing really going ham there, and you're looking top notch.
Yeah, in terms of looking like a pro, there's nothing we can teach you about looking like a pro, because you look more pro than us. You know, I do want to talk about one thing before we get off this webinar, but I want to take everybody's questions and find out what their goals are first, because there is something important I do want to share. Okay, Jimmy. So, do you have any questions? I feel like you probably don't, to be honest.
He's good.
No, he's good. Oh, okay, cool. Let's go to Tiffany then. I keep seeing Danny and then I'm about to say Danny. I'll never call her Danny. Okay, Tiffany, so let's talk about what your goals are before the end of the year and any questions.
So I've talked to Andy, so I'm starting to really refocus on video marketing again, which I'm really excited about. I want to get back and start getting those high ticket sales as well. So I've been emailing my list, and I want to continue to build that. Just get into those high ticket sales is what I really want to do by the end of the year. I really want to get up to like $7,000-8,000 a month. If I can do that, that'd be great.
Okay, sweet. You got any questions?
No, I think I'm good right now. Thank you.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of you guys that are looking to start with video marketing, taking that to the next level, and you have those really high income goals. For those of you that are staying very consistent, you know, we're going to be in your inboxes a little bit more, making sure that you're accountable to those goals. So let's hear from Fernand if he's there.
Yeah, Fernando, are you here now? Did you drop out again?
I'm here.
There we go.
I just have no cameras.
Hey, Fernando, how you doing?
doing good, guy. Yeah.
How was Five Guys? Is that what it's called? Five Guys.
He was like drooling over your dinner.
I thought about you. That's why I sat there and I looked at it and I was like, I should have filmed the unwrapping of that beast, because it was like, when
there's not even a McDonald's. It's not even a McDonald's on this island, but that's not a bad thing, is it? Really? Yeah.
At the beginning of the webinar, I was in a supermarket called Woodman's. All right, and this place is huge, and I was like, okay, you guys are like if you're in Cuba, you know what I mean? You don't understand huge supermarkets anymore, you know? So that's why I wanted to show you that.
The last time Angie went to the store and there was 8 other people in there, she had a panic attack. She was like, "What?"
There's never anybody.
She's like, "Oh my God, this is so busy in here." It's like,
when I go back to the U.S., it's definitely going to be sensory overload.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yes.
All right, Fernand. So let us know what your main goal is. Just briefly, what your main goal is, and if you got any questions, then fire away.
My main goal is to to replace the money I was making, right, as an eye care professional with what we got, and I got the tools now. Now it's just a matter of taking that daily, consistent action. I'm in the delusion that all I gotta do is make a video, and then checks are gonna come in the mail. So that's what that's where I've come to the beautiful realization. I had one of those mirror sessions, you know what I mean? And a goal without a deadline is only a dream. So yeah, that's why this month that's what I'm gonna do. Focus, do everything. Give you all the tools you've given us. Put it together, and most definitely that the ERI is the way. It's the way to make it all happen. Right, with the starting in with the VPS. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and Ben were just talking actually before we popped on here about how consistent you are with video, and uploading to Facebook is one thing. I mean, that's a way to get people to start connecting with your message, but there's a lot of pieces to actual video marketing that's you're not doing, and a lot of those is tapping into good keywords and getting people to actually find you that are looking for specific things where you can redirect them. So
yeah, I'm gonna touch more on that, what you just mentioned later, Fernand, and something you said on my post yesterday I want to touch on, but I'm just gonna keep moving down the line. And he said down the aisle then, because of the supermarket. Keep moving down the line. But I'm going to come back and address a few things, Fernand, that you've brought up with me recently that I think everybody will benefit from. So, okay, Francis, let's move to Francis. Francis, do you want to unmute yourself and share with us what your main goal is before the end of the year, and any question you have for us?
Okay. You can tell I really don't know my machine very well. Hopefully you can hear me. My main goal is to make my first sale. And by the end of the year, that would make me happy, just to make my first sale. I know nothing about Elite, so as to find out more about that. And I have a huge list. I just think they're useless. Because I had been on, I built my list with Jimmy Kim at one point, so I built a fairly large list, but they don't do anything. So, and I know nothing about video, and I'm being forced to learn Facebook. As you can tell, it's a learning process for me.
Okay, Francis. So
let me unmute this. Or are we unmuted?
Yeah, I think we are unmuted.
Okay,
yeah,
we are.
I think I picked up there. Like you started building your list in the past. So I think you mentioned Jimmy Kim. That was the name. I know. If so, I know that guy reasonably well. I know his products. You're saying that your list is not that responsive. You're having to learn Facebook, and you're slowly doing that, and you're also wanting to learn about video. So really, Francis, some of your goals then over the next few months should probably to check out the email marketing bootcamp. so that you can start learning what it takes to not only build a list, but what you need to say to people in your emails to get them to buy. It's not just about building a list. People talk about the money's in the list, and some of this is in the training, but it's not really about the money being in the list. It's about the relationship you have with the list, and there's certain things you have to say to people, certain processes you have to take them through in order for them to stop just looking at your emails and doing nothing, and actually get them to buy. And me and Ashley were chatting about this a little while back because she was struggling for email ideas, and I'm sure Ashley will tell you within about 10 minutes of us having a chat, I think her mind opened up to the bigger picture when it comes to email marketing. So that's probably, Francis, should be one of your main goals, mastering that. But, definitely awesome on the stuff you're knocking out so far. You've been super consistent inside of the ERI group. So, you're definitely moving forward, Francis. You're taking a step forward. So just carry on doing what you're doing, and make it your mission to dive into that email marketing bootcamp. That's personally what I would say. Mm-hmm. So, Jez, are you there?
Yeah. So, well, my basic goal for the end of the year is to replace my current income and ramp up to 10 grand a month would be very sensible. In fact, I would be extremely joyous with 10 grand a month. And if I'm aiming for 10 grand and I only hit 5, well, that would be pretty cool to see. But 10 grand by Christmas, that's the way. I think because with ERI, I think that's entirely possible. And I have to admit, I was a bit sort of all over the place with a bit in VPS and learning some modules from Elite, and then trying to get the ERI together, and I was like, but I've just been consistent on ERI to just actually get that machine in place, because I understand that that's the the big thing, but also catching up with all the other stuff, because I don't really have all of the VPS basics in yet, as I can see it, so filling in the holes as I go, kind of thing.
You wanna?
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. With a good 90-day solid game plan, I've seen people go from nothing, to 10K. So especially with you guys being positioned how you are, we're going to be adding just a little bit more to the high-ticket boot camp, since a lot of you are more focused on the high ticket, so that you can just go in and run straight for 90 days. Get butts in the seats, as we call it, for the webinar. And I have no doubt a lot of you guys will be hitting that 10K goal.
Yeah, and this is this is. I know there's a lot of talk in this industry. And I even cringe a little bit myself when I hear 90 days now. But you can 100% hit those numbers in 90 days. You can 100% do it. I know it might sound like cliche and all that kind of thing, but there are people on this Hangout now. Jimmy was there when I was at nothing on the internet, at nothing, and then Jimmy watched me, and he'll probably confirm in the chat or confirm later. Jimmy watched me go from nothing, and when I say nothing, when I talk about nothing, I'm not talking about some of these people I hear who say they're broke, and then I see them partying at their favorite club at the weekend. That's not my idea about nothing. When I say nothing, I mean I couldn't even afford to go to the store and buy those 9-cent noodles, those cheap. If you're in the UK, those cheap Asda price, smart noodles. I couldn't even buy that. I was literally not eating for 3 days at a time because I was broke. Now that's my idea of broke. Just to confirm that. So you can 100% go from dead broke to whatever number you want within reason in that time period. Now, you just mentioned something that I feel all entrepreneurs suffer with. I suffer with it terribly. And that is, I never used to though, I just got a little bit undisciplined. And that is, you kind of watch one video here, and then you jump over to Elite and you watch another video, and before you know it, you've watched 10 different videos and you've got 15 different strategies, and none of them are fully implemented. Now, this is what you need to do with videos inside of any system. What you want to do is you want to start at the beginning, start right at the beginning, watch a video, and make notes. Don't just watch it, make physical notes. And when they tell you to do something, pause the video, go do it, come back to the video, play it again, make the notes. When they tell you to do the next thing, go and do it. That's really how you get through training the smartest way. That's what smart people do. They watch a video, they make notes, and they implement immediately. They just go and implement immediately. Then they move on to video 2. You know, that's where most people come unstuck inside of most trainings and systems. They just don't strategically, and that's something, strategy is a word you probably want to write down. That's something I want to talk to you about before the end of this Hangout, but I'm just going to shut up again and let you talk to Ricky unless you got anything to add.
No. So, Ricky, if you want to go ahead and unmute and just let us know what your goals are and any questions that you have for us.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Okay, so I was just taking like a week off of work of my taxi driving job and just working on this, getting everything that I haven't done finished and started, and just really hit it as hard as I can, and then hopefully I'll get something within this week or the week that I take off, and then, you know, I won't have to go back to the job. That'd be nice. But so I plan on doing that because I know quite a bit. I think that if I have to finish watching the videos, and like Ben was just saying, that's very good advice. Pause the video, do the thing, and then do that. I will actually be doing that too. So that's what I plan on doing. My goals are to complete all those steps and keep implementing them to make the business work and make sales and get butts in those seats and all that stuff.
I don't know why I've chosen you to do this too, but I just do this all the time. I'm not picking on you or anything. I just do this. Just when things come to my brain, I just do it. So tell me, what from your perspective, what's your biggest challenge so far? What's the biggest problem you feel you're facing in your business that's stopping you from getting from point A to point B?
So for a long time, I was stuck, and I finally figured it out, and I kept asking Angie, and she was telling me over and over again. I just could not get it. I don't know why, but it was the converting the ebooks over to my own thing. I just did not understand that for the longest time. Now I figured out how to do that. So it's just understanding things, implementing things, and also a lot of it is time. I have to make time, not be too tired to do anything, and also so I can focus a lot more on this.
Oh, okay, so obviously you're driving taxis, so there's a time thing. So that's again, what you got to remember is with this system, a lot of it is done for you. Really, the reality is the things you have to implement and put in place are really simple. But it's like anything. What I always find with everything is when I did that email marketing bootcamp, I sat here for months and months, and you guys must have wondered, why has he not knocked this out yet? And Angie was on my case all the time. And, you know, I'm just the sort of person, if you get on my case, I just do the opposite of what you're telling me to do. That's just my nature. But I got this, like, real mental block on finishing the boot camp. And I was looking at it, and it felt like it was really tough to finish it. And, you know, the reality is when I just sat down and did it, it took me less than an hour. And I was like, why have I made such a big deal about this? So guess what I'm saying to not just Ricky but everybody, because I know there are things that everybody's got right now that they've been saying for maybe years that I'm going to do this, and the more time you sit there saying you're going to do it, looking at it, the bigger it seems to be. When you just sit down and you actually put your mind to it, you'll find that some of these big challenges you think exist are really just very easy to overcome. You've just got to get focused. And that's it. So
putting your feet in motion.
Yeah, that's really it. So let's talk to Rita.
Hey guys, again.
The ex-FBI.
Look, oh gosh. So here's the thing. Before, when I first got started with VPS, my problem was I did not know what I needed to do or how to do what it was I needed to do. Well, you know what? Now I know. So there's no excuse for that. Everything we need to know how to do from an internet marketing perspective is in our system. For me, I work well with strategies. I need a matrix, I need a game plan, and it has to be mapped out for me. And then I will go do it. I have to step back and map out those foundational things. Okay, so we use Jimmy and we use Tiffany, for example. They've got their foundation laid, right? I know that has to be put in place. So when Angie says something to us in one of the messages like, hey, what's up with your blog? I cringe because I know better, right? There's no question about it. So first goal is foundation. Lay it out and get it done. Yes, I'm consistent. Yes, I'm promoting. Yes, I'm doing all that. But that's not enough. That's not going to help take me to the next level if that foundation isn't laid. So that's the first goal. My second goal is I need to increase my marketing budget. Okay, hands down. I know I need to do it. So I'm not even gonna say any more about it. Marketing budget needs to be increased. And today, Angie, I think you put a post up about the video strategy. You said, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. That works for me. My first response was, thank you for the strategy. I know what works for me. So I need to sit myself down, like Ben said, take that hour, map out what I know I need to get done, and then when I do it, I do it. It's not enough to be doing the busy work. And I feel like I've been doing the busy work, posting, communicating, et cetera, But when it comes to being able to be positioned to sell the high-ticket items, our foundation needs to be laid, and it needs to be nice, and I need to get it done. So that $10,000 a month isn't coming for me until I get that done. I need to look like $10,000 a month. So that's where I am. Those three things. I need strategy mapped out for my foundation, and I need to increase my marketing budget, and I already have everything I need to do because it's in the system. So I get mad at myself. That's all.
I love that.
And that, folks, is in a nutshell is pretty much. I don't really know how I can add anything to what Rita just said. I felt like I was just listening to Les Brown or something. So
I'm talking to myself. Hear me. I know that.
I probably think, Rita, you're talking to all of us. All of us. The truth is, guys, we think about if this was you. We came to a tropical paradise a year ago, and we kind of almost for a year, we kind of went into not vacation mode, but semi-retired mode. You know what I'm saying? We've just been having a blast in the Bahamas, but you can't just keep being in first and second gear in your business and expect your business to keep going to new levels. So I feel like we all just need to kick in way more. And there's we will put the funnel together. We will provide the training. We will put everything in place that you guys need. But when all is said and done, I just want to say this. Our system is as automated as it gets. But anybody who tries to tell you, and I see a lot of this in MLM, and I despise it. Anybody who tries to tell you that you're going to be able to join a business and make money without doing any work, that person is to be avoided at all costs. And I'm not going to sit here and put it any other way. But the fact is, most of our industry is sending out that message. They are telling you, just join this business. People are gonna join your team, and you don't really need to do any work. Well, you tell me one business owner in the offline world who has a 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure business who doesn't need to hustle like they're going to die tomorrow. Tell me one. Name one, because there isn't one. It doesn't exist.
I was watching an interview with Marie Forleo and actually Gary, how do you say his last
name? Gary
Vaynerchuk. Yeah. Both of them, they said they grew organically. They're multi-million-dollar business, and it took them, upwards of 15 years to get to where they are through growing organically through video marketing and all of their blogging. So
yeah,
gives you a little idea there.
You can't, no system will allow you just to sit around and do nothing. Is there smart ways of working on the internet? Of course there is. That's why I'm working on the internet. None of you would be in my system now if it wasn't for the internet. The internet is powerful, but if you guys, and I'm talking about somebody, just me now. I've been in second gear for a long time, but I'm just going to be really honest now. Some of you would probably have a heart attack if you knew what I did in second gear. You would probably look and think, wow, and that's me in second gear, guys. So sometimes, this is just me being really open, this is not me beating anybody up, but sometimes when I know some of you guys are saying, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling to make commissions, I'm thinking, well, I know how lazy I'm being in second gear, and I know that you guys are not even doing half of the stuff that I'm doing. I hope this is making sense to you. So you just really have to have a real clear picture of the reality of what it takes to generate even a few $100s on the internet, So we need to be more real and just more practical about what it is we're doing. Now, I want to ask a question, and I'd love it if people just unmute themselves and give their opinion. I've got a definite opinion on this. I'm not saying that I'm always right. Just a private joke. But in your opinion, because there are two things in my opinion. In your opinion, what do you feel is the biggest reason people fail in internet marketing? What do you feel the biggest reason is? Or maybe you've got more than one reason, and you can unmute in any order you want. I'm just interested to hear you guys' thoughts on this.
They don't think they're going to have to work.
Who was that? With Jesus?
I think it was Francis.
Jesus?
That's Francis. Over here.
Okay, I think that is Francis. Francis, will you repeat that again?
I said I think a lot of people feel that they don't have to do.
Like they don't need to do any work.
Right. It takes a lot of work.
Okay, yeah, cool, yeah.
I know you mentioned once you were going through the Hide to Get boot camp that you had to get a little outside of your comfort zone because there you had dealt with a lot of automation, which we do have a lot of automation, but there's still obviously tons of groundwork that has to be laid. So, good.
Okay, yeah, cool. So Francis is basically saying people don't feel they have to do any work, but the reality is that there's work to be done. Ashley, what about you? I'm just going to go down the line again real quick. Ashley, give me your thoughts on this.
I think a lot of times, especially when I first got in, I was being sold the idea that you can make money overnight doing nothing, and that's not absolutely true, because I was sent out completely. And I think that once they learn the truth, that it does take work if they're in a real game plan versus all this, get this money overnight. If you give me $50, you can make $100 back and that type of crap. And they really learn the fundamentals of really how to making this thing work. They can be successful. But I think a lot of lying is going on in the industry that set people up for failure when it comes down to make this list. Like, and they get these like this huge list, but they're not quality lists, and they're just sending out crappy stuff, and they think that's how they make money. So I think that most people fail in this industry is because they don't have a real game plan, and if they do, it needs to be so condensed and so concrete that there's no room to fail if you don't work. So I think that the more honest we are in this industry to people that are coming in, or even like to the people who've been here, and just show them that, you know, this is real work. There's going to be some work behind it, even if it's just emailing your list and actually doing it the right way, then you can be successful.
Awesome, I like that answer a lot. That's a cool answer, and you touched on something close to what I'm probably going to say myself. What about you, Jimmy?
I think I would agree with what both of the ladies have just said, and I think I'd also add just the consistency. Like I see so many people just are so quick to give up, purely because they don't realize the work that it takes to, like you said, Ben, to even just get one sale. So when they realize, oh, actually this is not for me, then they start giving up. And so people just never really willing to put in what it takes, so they quit. And I think even just that sense of just not really having like a strong enough drive to really go for what they really want. Yeah, cool. That's what I would say.
Sweet. Tiffany, what about yourself?
Real quick before Frances heads out, sorry about that. Frances said she needed some ideas on some video marketing. I'll definitely be sharing with you guys some more videos that I think are absolutely essential, and we can even go into some keyword videos too, which will help you guys get more exposure for your message online. So. Yeah.
Okay, Francis. So yeah, we'll message you about video ideas, and we'll also message you about a little bit more info about Elite. She's just gone. Cool. Okay, Tiffany Jackson.
I agree with everybody.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
That's spoken already, but I just want to add on to it by saying people, when they're not making money right away, they jump around to a lot of different business opportunities, which is what I did when I came into the industry. I didn't know any better, and when I would start something and then somebody would dangle something else in front of me, that I'd move on to the next thing, and then somebody else would dangle something and I'd move on to the next thing, and it wasn't me being consistent with one specific business, learning that craft and then growing on that. It was just me continuing to move, not really looking professional, you know, and I just think that has a lot to do with it too.
What are you doing? I thought you were going to like dangle something.
No, just can't. No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, I agree, Tiffany, and I know that you, that we all went through a lot of those things, so I'm glad that you guys are all focused and you're, you know, working hard on your crafts now, and a lot of you are getting your brands up and going, and good to see you back to video marketing, so you guys are doing great. All right, so let me see. Is Fernando there?
Fernando, you still there? Live from Five Guys?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome.
I think what you know what I feel, because this is all for myself. You have these ideas, right? You can visualize a lifestyle, you can visualize a way of thinking, you can visualize the mindset. But then at the same time, it's like a halo effect that it overlooks your defects. Like my defect is like I need an administrator. You know what I mean? I need someone to, like, in my mind, I have to create this personality that holds me to it, right? And that's why I will never do a daily disc. Like Periscope is a problem for me because I got to commit. So if I go to Facebook and I say I'm gonna do a Periscope at so and so time, I don't want to commit. You know what I mean? And it's strange because I'll talk to a lot, and that's why a lot of people that have jobs, they don't have the vision, but they're the good soldier. they get the job done. They keep the businesses going. You know what I mean? And that's why they laugh, because they're like, oh man, these business owners, if it wasn't for us, because their business would fall apart. And that's what I find, that's the main problem that I'm having, that you sit on your laurels because you think, oh yeah, this is a great lifestyle. Yeah, this is what I do. This is great, right? But if you don't do it and you don't get the results, you know what I mean? Everyone's like, well, what's up? It's been a year, it's been 6 months, it's been 3 months, right? And so then you don't even want to talk about it. So then you go back into your cave and say, okay, I got to work on myself because, obviously, you know what I mean? So there's always that also, too. I mean, I'm going all over the place, but there's a little disconnect, and that's what I'm trying to find, with myself, and also help people with take action, right? So you could call it shiny ball syndrome, you could call it lack of motivation, you could call it lack of a why, but in the end, that's the disconnect, you know what I mean? It's that you got to come in here and to do this, because we're the rebels. We've gone rogue, right? I mean, people are thinking we're crazy, right? Like right now, when I talk to people sometimes about what we do, they're like, oh my God, that sounds like a cult. And I'm just like, oh, no. I realize I'm like, oh, I threw up on them, right? I should have played the game of building curiosity, right? So yeah, so it's beautiful.
Cool. Okay, I got a few words I'd already written down before Fernand started speaking, but just confirmed a few more things for me. Okay, let's go to Jeremy. Jeremy in France.
Yeah. I've been following for about a year or so, since the beginning, more or less, and in a couple of MLMs before, and honestly, the me that I was a couple of years ago was a complete idiot. And I think a lot of people don't get the idea that you have to grow as an individual. And that famous quote from Jim Rohn, I think, you have to work on yourself harder than you work on your business, is absolutely true. Because, a 10,000 a month person on an online business isn't somebody that just sort of sends an email once a week and does a couple of posts on Facebook. It's not going to make it. So putting in the basics, and I think being willing to learn very rapidly new things is what hinders a lot of people. Just the learning process in itself. A lot of people come out of school think, well, I've learned, so now I'm just going to go on the internet. And I've probably done at least a degree, a university degree of internet marketing in the couple of years. Really, you could, set the courses out and have people do them, and you could give them a diploma at the end of it, and they'd be a university degree marketer. So I think that's the big things that hold a lot of people up. So yeah.
Awesome. It's a degree in the years is like, tell me about it, Jez. I know all about it, seriously.
Well, let me just say, well, for the first year that I was online, everything that you guys have inside of the system right now, I spent about an entire year learning all of that stuff, and I was stuck every day. I felt like I wanted to pull my hair out, and I was absorbing so much that I was literally stuck in just study mode, and I felt like I could not move forward at all. I couldn't implement anything until I knew everything, and that's where I personally went wrong. When I decided, okay, look, I have enough information in my head. I just have to go out and go ham with every method that I know right now. That's the reality of how I, did my good 90-day run, where then I started doing video every single day and networking like crazy. So it was a good year of learning before I got myself in that good forward motion, which, yeah, my internet marketing degree.
Yeah. The thing is as well, there's two, everything in life is about balance. I keep saying this recently. Some people are to the left, some people are to the right, successful people are in the middle. There are some people who come into the industry and they don't want to learn anything. There are other people who want to be in forever learning mode. They're always wanting new information, always feeling like something's missing, and they just keep learning, and they never apply. I'm going to come back to that actually in a minute. But thanks for sharing, Jez. Let's go to Ricky.
Okay, I think a lot of people have problems with like, family and friends telling them it'll never work, or like it's taking too long, or something, discouragement, and so then people quit. I know I've had a lot of family and friends, and they're like, "That's a scam." I'm like, "Okay, you've never done this. When you've done it and you can talk about it, then you can talk to me. But other than that, I'm going to continue to do it." So that's what I keep telling everybody. I'm just going to continue doing it anyway. I don't care what you think, basically.
Oh, okay. So Ricky's saying family and friends discouraging you can be a big part of it. Again, I personally went through that.
We both did.
I went through that too. Not a very nice thing to go through. I am going to before we get off this Hangout tell you how I deal with that. You may not like how I deal with it, but I'll share how I deal with those sort of people.
I personally removed all of my friends and family from my Facebook page.
Yeah. Angie got rid of all her friends and family on her, I'll tell you now, yeah, she got rid of all her friends and family on her Facebook page, and I did exactly the same. I said, hey, you're my family, you're my friends, love you guys, but I don't stick my nose in your business, so you won't be sticking yours in mine. There's a block button or an unfriend button on Facebook for a reason, and I enjoy using it liberally, even if it's friends or family. You know, I'm going to say something to you. It may sound horrible, but you know, when you want to be successful, you've got to be ruthless. You've got to be ruthless, and there's no time for allowing, even if it's a friend, family, there's no time for allowing negative people to constantly be speaking negativity into you. You know, building a business when you're at the beginning, it's tough enough about listening to that crap every day. You know, so what I did is I put a lot of people on block. I kept my mum on and my brother. But even my mum used to doubt me. And you know, one of the most satisfying moments in my entire network marketing, online business career, was when, before I left for the USA, when I went to visit my dear old mother, and she took me to one side and she said, you know something, I'm really proud of you. Even when I doubted you, you kept going. Even when I was telling you to just go get a job at Walmart, you kept going and you didn't listen. And you know, it wasn't satisfying from the point of view of in your face, sucker. Not that, you know, it was just satisfying because deep down I knew I could always do it. I knew I could do it, and I just kept going and kept going. And you know, the woman who doubted me now, my mother was one of the women who doubted me. You know, I've had the good fortune to be able to send her money on more than one occasion and help her out. You know, that's it. So you just got to be ruthless, even if it's a family member or friend. You have to let them know where the boundary is, and if they keep crossing that boundary, I have like a 3-strike policy. You know, a little bit like baseball. If they cross that boundary 3 times, then you're on block or you're unfriended. That's just how I dealt with it. So, okay, Miss Les Brown in waiting, ex-FBI, because many other titles you probably could have, Rita, but do whatever you're going to do.
Yeah. So 2 thoughts. 1 is vision, and 2 is ethics. Right? And from an individual who's looking to make money online, to me, the bottom line is you need to know what your vision is. Your vision, not someone else's vision, not even your spouse's vision for that matter. But you need to know what your vision is. And if that vision is aligned or tied to just money, then you're in trouble, because the money doesn't come fast and the money doesn't come easy. So that's a problem. Like, for instance, I mean, this happens to probably all of us all the times. I met with a girl yesterday and she wanted me to join her or partner with her on a particular business opportunity. Excellent opportunity. Nothing wrong with it. In fact, it's a pretty marketable opportunity. It doesn't align with my vision. It doesn't align with my goals. It doesn't align with where I know I'm going or where I know I'm aspiring to go. So it was easy for me to say no. So you need to know what your vision is. And then the second thing is ethics. I think that there are many business leaders, if you will, quote unquote leaders, if you will, who inspire people with money. And again, that's not enough. And they do not empower people with the strategies and the tools and the support and the masterminding, etc., that it requires for them to be successful. Some people still do need mindset training. Some still do, some don't. But if they do need it, then you need to support them. If they're at another level, then support them where they are. So I think that we're not all being ethical out there as we are inviting individuals to come alongside us in our ventures. So vision and ethics is a problem. Or vision and ethics is an opportunity.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. You know, in the last 4 or 5 days, we've had 2 separate people in the Bahamas, because it's network marketing is starting to catch on here. Oh, yeah. We've had 2 separate people come to us and pitch us different business opportunities. One guy is a senior ambassador in his company, like I even care or know what that is. And, you know, I don't know what about your company and your ranks and the badges they give out for your ranks, but he makes a lot of money in his company, right? And he came to us and he was actually very rude and condescending, and he even used the words that, oh, what I'm doing is bigger than what you've got. Now, how can what you do be bigger than my own personal vision? There ain't nothing bigger to me than my personal vision. And you know, the thing is, in this industry, like Rita says, if you don't really know why you exist as a business owner, and I'm not talking about your personal why, I'm not talking about, well, I'm doing this so Angie can have a boat, or so that we can have a big house. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what have you know, what is the reason you were put here as a business owner in terms of benefiting your potential customers and clients? You know, what is it? If you could only have 10 seconds in a room with a potential customer and client, what would you want them to go away knowing about you? How would you want to impact their life? And personally, I got to a point where I'm here as a business owner, and this is my purpose for existing. I really believe that selling and direct marketing has been given a bad name because of the way we've put the message out that you can get rich overnight. And what I want people to know is, if they only know one thing about Ben Martin, I want them to go away and know that selling, when done with ethics, when done from the heart, when you're doing it with a product that can really change lives, is the most powerful thing on the planet. And the thing is, you're either selling or you're being sold. You're either influencing or you're being influenced. And right now, most people who are struggling, they're struggling because they don't really know why they exist as a business owner. So if you don't do anything else after this Hangout, go away and get very clear on why have I been put here? Why do I exist as a business? What do I want other people to know that I stand for? Because if you don't know that, then the next time somebody pitches you, or you get an email in your inbox for the latest shiny ball or wonder gadget, you'll be pulling out your credit card and you know, like a crack addict, You know, like a crack addict getting their next fix, you'll be sending your money to Mr. or Mrs. Google. Now, I talked about this to somebody, I don't know who that was. But
I think that was that.
But I talked about this to somebody yesterday, and they, you know, let me get to what I feel the problem is now, because that was just a warm-up. No, we're going.
Well, hopefully you guys have done assignment 1 in the boot camp.
We're going to wrap it up, but I'm going to share with you what I believe the main problems in this industry are, and you can agree or disagree. That still means I'm right. First of all, and there's many ways of saying this. You know, you can talk about game plan. You can talk about what, you know, maybe vision comes into this too, but strategy is a big word. Everything you do in your business must have a strategy. I see a lot of business owners, and I include myself in this to a degree, and they start something. They decide, I'm going to do a video every day. And they start doing videos about all these different topics, but they don't even have a strategy behind why they're doing the videos. Or they start doing things on Facebook or Twitter, and oh gosh, you got.
I just saw Jimmy's.
They start doing things on Facebook and Twitter, but they don't have a strategy behind why they're doing it. Now, let me tell you something. Before you start doing anything in your business, you need to map out and write down what your end goal is. So if right now you're marketing on Facebook, before you do any more marketing on Facebook, write down, the reason I'm doing this is because at the end of this, I want my potential customer and client to do this. This is the end result I want. If you don't know what the end result is, how are you supposed to get anywhere? That's like getting in your car, driving down the freeway at 80 miles an hour and not expecting to die in a crash. That's what you're doing. So everything in your business, your Facebook posts, your paid campaigns, your emails, absolutely everything, and in your life for that matter, must have a strategy. That's the #1 reason people fail at life, not just at business, but at life, because they don't have a strategy. They come into the world, they're born, and they die, and what happens in between is just left down to chance. And you know, that's how most people are running their businesses. You know, the thing is, when you have a strategy, there's no hoping, there's no guesswork, there's only a definite positive result, because you have a strategy, you have it mapped out. So make sure you have a strategy for every part of your business. The next thing is focus. Follow one course until successful, as they say. Now, multiple streams of income is the biggest con ever. Now, you might be thinking, well, Ben, are you saying that multiple streams of income doesn't work here? No, I'm not saying that. Multiple streams of income definitely does work. But most people in this industry, they're preaching multiple streams of income, and as Angie says, in reality, they're practicing multiple streams of auto ships, or as I say, multiple sources of debt. That's what most people do. They're in 2, 3, 4, 5 different biz ops, and they're not even making a $1 check in one of those businesses. So what's the point in that? Where is that going to get you? You know, if you're already on a tight budget and you're in 5 different things and you're not making money in any of them, then you're going to go broke. You're going to go out of business. And just for the record, you know, if you're spending more money than you're making, then technically you don't have a business, you have an expensive hobby. So this isn't to beat anybody up, but at the beginning, when you're at the beginning of your business, you need to be very wise about where you put your money. And I'm strongly suggesting to you that if you're in a million different business opportunities, that you get out of them. And I'm not telling you have to focus on hours. I'm just giving you some free advice. You promote and focus 100% on the one that's you're most passionate about, and you build that business until you start making at least a 4 or 5 figure check consistently. Now, There are ways of adding multiple streams of income into your business without being in different MLMs. And you do that through, everybody needs capture pages. Everybody needs an autoresponder. So become somebody who provides those and get an affiliate link for MITS pages or lead pages or Aweber and offer those to people. And that's how you build multiple streams of income without being in 10 different business opportunities. A few other words I just want to throw out to you. I kind of covered this, but shiny ball, going all over the place. Comes back to focus. Follow one course until successful. And of course, these things come down to self-discipline. You have to have self-discipline, and you even have to have self-discipline to do absolutely nothing. That takes self-discipline. Doing nothing takes self-discipline. It really does. You have to really want to and discipline yourself to do nothing. If you want to put on 500 pounds and sit on the couch eating potato chips and watching daytime TV, that takes discipline. And the truth is, it really does take as much discipline to waste away your life as it does to actually get up off the couch, put the potato chips down, and turn up for your business every day. It really does. It takes just as much discipline. Now, question is, do you want to be the person that is constantly buying all this different crap? Do you want to be the person who constantly has no strategy in your life? Do you want to be the person who's constantly chasing shiny balls? Or do you want to be the person at the top who's building a legacy business, who's building a business based on true business principles, and who is genuinely helping other people realize that through direct marketing, they can change their lives? That's the decision you've got to make. And on that note, personally, I'm finished. That's what I wanted to share today.
That was a good speech. No, I love it. Well, you guys are all doing awesome. We are excited to hear your goals, and what we really want to do with you guys is to keep more of a community feel, right? Really support one another. I know a lot of you guys are going to start doing more content creation, right? Getting your personal message out there, and I would just love to see you guys support each other that much more, inside the group, through connecting with each other and just becoming, lifelong friends here. So
yeah, and now every week we want to do. Now we've got Hangouts working. Every week we'd like to do a Hangout much shorter than this, but there was a lot to cover tonight. We want to really build, I would say, beyond community, more of a feel of a movement. This is community. This is your movement. You guys all get to have an input. You guys get to influence this, and without you guys, there is no movement. There is no virtual profit system. There is no Explore Resorts International. Unless anybody has anything to say, I think Jimmy the Pro Mawson should finish on one of his breakthrough nuggets.
Yeah, it's a good day.
It's a great day for a breakthrough. Yeah. So give us a breakthrough nugget, Jimmy. I know you've got something.
Right, it looks like he's frozen. Oh, there.
No, is it?
Man, it's like midnight here, man. I'm like nuggeted out. I guess just everything you said, man. Like, yeah, just go hard at it. Go hard at it. Focus, strategy. I can't really add to that, man. You've nailed it.
Yeah, you just said
let's go off and do it, man.
Awesome. So we'll finish on that note then, guys. If you go hard for the next 90 days, but see the big picture. 90 days is just the beginning. Just the beginning. You're just scratching the surface. But go hard for 90 days. But determine yourself that you're going to go hard for the rest of your life. Everything you're going to do, you want to bring your best to the table. So if you're going to the gym, go hard. If you're baking a cake in the kitchen, go hard. If you're out spending time with your family, go hard. Just go hard at life and do everything to the best of your ability. Because I'm telling you something. There's no nobility in doing things half-assed. There's nothing good about that. You know, there's nothing to celebrate about going through life being half-assed. So let's all just go hard, as Jimmy said, and support each other. That's it. That's really it. Angie?
I don't know. I'm excited for you guys. That's about all I have to.
Okay, guys, so we're nuggeted out too over here in the Bahamas. We will catch you back on Facebook. We appreciate every one of you. We appreciate you turning up, and we're going to make this a regular weekly thing now, keep each other accountable, and keep moving forwards together. We will see you back on Facebook.